Flexibility and the family of contracts. NEC3 is not just a single contract, it is a whole family of contracts designed to be used in an integrated way for the delivery of works, goods and services. The most used contract is the Engineering and Construction Contract, or Black Book. It has the full project management procedures and is used for medium to high complexity works with any extent of contractor design. For contractors' more major subcontracts, it makes sense for them to use the back-to-back version of this, the Engineering and Construction Subcontract, or Purple Book. For low-risk, low-complexity work between an employer and contractor, there is an Engineering and Construction Short Contract. As with all short contracts, this has reduced flexibility and stimulus to good project management, compared with the equivalent full contract. There is also a back-to-back subcontract version of this called the Engineering and Construction Short Subcontract. Contractors who at main contract level are on the Black Book often use this as a subcontract between them and their single trade subcontractors. There is also a professional services contract which can be used for any professional services contract. In reality, this is used for high-value, more complex appointments, and a short version should be published in 2013. Contractors are likely to use these contracts for design subcontracts. The framework contract is a high-level contract which applies over a period of time and describes how the parties in that framework will work together to price and award individual contracts for works, goods or services. These contracts are then let under the other contracts in the NEC3 family. The contract that you do not want to be using is the Adjudicator's contract. This is because it would mean that you are in dispute with the other party. Almost all the other NEC3 contracts have an adjudication procedure within them. The Adjudicator's contract is a three-way contract between the two parties in dispute and the independent person or organisation appointed to give an interim but enforceable decision. Other members of the NEC3 family of contracts include the Term Services Contract, which can be used for term services of almost any sort, be it hard or soft facilities management, a service level contract, etc. It would generally be used when these services would be of a proactive, planned nature. Where this is not the case and the services are of a more reactive nature, the Term Services Short Contract is more suitable. Both of the term service contracts allow for task orders or mini-projects to be instructed, rather than having to put in place a new contract. Lastly, there are the two supply contracts. The full supply contract is for supplies which are being manufactured to a specific specification. This implies a degree of design, and the default is that the supplier does any required design. The supply short contract is for off-the-shelf commodity-type items. It allows for the call-off of batch orders. Both of the supply contracts could be used by a contractor at subcontract level. With the exception of the Adjudicator's contract and the Framework contract, all these contracts have a similar structure and use similar wording and procedures wherever possible. This means that if you have familiarity with one member of the family, you automatically have familiarity with the others. This saves time on learning and administrating the contracts, both as an individual and for your organization. For a contractor, if all their contracts for a project are compatible, it means that they have greater back-to-back contractual protection.